Hello, welcome back to Clarity and Crystals, where we discuss everything from the mundane to the magical, magical to the mundane. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the mundane and sprinkle in a little bit of magical with it too. So, I would like to talk to you a little bit about habits and routines. We are at the beginning of February, so you've had a whole month of the new year, and a lot of people have set intentions, goals, standards, rules for themselves. And I just wanted to ask you, how are your habits and routines going? Have you set goals? Do you have habits? Do you believe in routines? Are you I won't follow any kind of routine or habit? I don't believe in that. Or are you a checklist? Have to have that list for yourself every day. I kind of fall a little bit in between the middle. I love my lists. I love to be able to check off things off the list, and I am very much routine driven. However, there will come a time when I get to be like, mm-mm, you can't tell me what to do. But yes, for the most part, I do love my routines and my habits. I want to talk to you a little bit about a book that I read. I'll go back a little bit farther. So, I was married at a very young age. I was married at 18, had my first child at 19, and I did not know a whole lot about keeping house, raising a child, taking care of everything. And so, to say the least, there was a lot of habits and routines in our daily life. Whenever I was pregnant with my first child, I had morning sickness so bad I could not handle the smell of the dishes and of dirty dishes. And I literally threw away pots and pans and dishes whenever I was pregnant. So, to say the least, I had a lot of learning and growing up to do at a young age. Um, Back in the day, in my day when I was learning habits and routines, I came across a lady on the internet. Her handle, her platform was called the Fly Lady, and she was very much of the mindset: you get up in the morning, you put your shoes on, so that sets the tone for the day. And when the day is over, you always make sure your dishes are done and your sink is clean. So when you get up the next day, you have a clean sink, and that sets the tone for the day. And that helped me. It helped me a lot. I was able to have different sections, different routines for each section of the house, different things that I did to care and keep clean for my house, keep my house clean. And I think the older I got and the more into the metaphysical I got, it grew into not just my daily life, but my actual magical practices as well. Before I get into that, I want to introduce a book that I read that I really think changed my life, and it was called Atomic. It's called Atomic Habits by James Clear, and he obviously I learned a lot from the book. He talks about habit stacking. So, if you're trying to introduce a new habit into your life, pair it with something that you automatically do every day. So, take, for example, brushing your teeth. You brush your teeth every day, so you could stack onto that habit of brushing your teeth something that you want to remember to do, taking vitamins before you go to bed. So, put your vitamin bottle beside your toothbrush. When you brush your teeth, you see the vitamin bottle. That reminds you to take your vitamin at night before you go to bed. And then before long, you have a new habit in place because you stacked it on a habit that you already did. So, I wanted to make sure this was recording. I um I really love that concept. And as I was going through my metaphysical practice and my daily rituals that I do, I was like, how can I integrate the magical into my mundane life? And one of the things that I started doing was a little bit of intention setting when I have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee in the morning. So I actually went out and bought a special spoon. It's a little silver spoon that I use to scoop out my loose leaf tea in the morning whenever I have a cup of tea. And whenever I do that, it just reminds me to slow down, set the intention of what I want my day to be like, and also connect with my guides and with God as well. So I stir my tea. I'm setting an intention. I'm taking that moment to just slow down, connect within, and then move along with my day. So habit stacking routines, practices that you have in your daily life, they don't have to be major, they don't have to be huge. But if you're looking for a way just to kind of sprinkle a little bit of magic into your everyday life, think about stacking on magical practices to the mundane things that you do every day. So I hope that helps. I just wanted to share that a little bit with you and sprinkle some magic into your mundane life. So I hope you have a fantastic day. And until the next video, sprinkle that magic into your everyday life.